Hey guys, crazy times right now. We're all trying to do the best and do our part, which I see a lot of beauty in what everyone's doing to really connect together and like pull together as a community, which I think is amazing. And I think there's been a lot shared around what businesses should be doing as far as taking care of the team and the community, making sure that we're doing our part um, to to be safe and good stewards, obviously. But I don't really think there's been a whole lot, at least I haven't seen a lot really shared around what businesses should be doing to ensure, the success of their business going forward during these trying times, and really understanding both the challenges that they're faced with as well as the opportunity. So I just wanted to take a little bit of time to kind of have that conversation with you, and I think I just want to share what, in my opinion, what I think businesses should be doing during this time, kind of the mindset that they should be taking. I think some of the insights as well as some of the things that our clients have been doing already that we've been working with them to do, I think could be valuable. So I just want to share some of those. And I think the first thing is just really it's about getting your mind right. Anytime there's a big challenge like this, it's so important, more important than ever, that you, as the leader in your company, and really everyone's a leader, but if you're watching this, chances are that you have a leadership role in your company and are focused on making sure that the business thrives during this time. And it's so important that you get your mind right. And what I mean by that is the success or failure of a company is most dependent on its leadership and the mindset of the leadership during those challenges. And so it's important that we look at this and understand the challenges and the dangers, but don't let fear kind of determine our decision-making processes, because that's where you don't want to go. So you want to actually understand the challenges, but also look past that, have a vision for the future, and know where we're going to be in a few months from now, and how you can seize some of the opportunities now. And that's, I get, while all this stuff's going on, it may seem a little insensitive to some people to talk about the opportunities, but you've put your life, blood, sweat, and tears into this business and had this positive ripple effect in the community, right? There's people that rely on you, your employees, the community relies on you. So it's really about ensuring the livelihood of your business and making sure that you continue forward. So I think getting your mind right is really important, and then you need to think about and really be compassionate. What I mean by that is, this is a trying time, right? So we all have to do our part and really think about not only our customers, but our team and the community, and really think from many different perspectives. Because while you, or maybe even your team, may be in a lower group, I think, as far as like a lower risk group, their families, their friends, we all know people who are in higher risk groups, and we all have to do our part to kind of help stop the spread. So I think that's important. But then you also need to be compassionate and think about your customers. And what I mean by that is actually get in the mind and hearts of your customers by really thinking about. I wrote about this in the book I published last year. It's called Future Proof Your Marketing, and I didn't really think at the time that it would apply to a global pandemic. But at the time, it was really about understanding not only how you can win now, but how you can adapt to changes in the future, and understand and anticipate some of your customers' needs. And so you have to be compassionate, understand how your customers' needs and behaviors have changed during this time. And then how can you help them, right? How can you provide additional value during this time to make sure that you're providing value, that you're taking care of your customers during that time? And so I'm sure a lot of different things have changed. And so we have to get creative. And that's the next big thing, is you have to get creative. And if you haven't done this a lot already, a lot of times we can get in our businesses and we just have been doing things the same way for so long. You need to look at this as an opportunity to change your perspective and think about, it's a radical shift. And sometimes these type of things, they say necessity is the mother of invention. And it's because these kind of radical experiences make us have to think differently. And so we have to see that as an opportunity. How can you think differently? If you in the past had thought about selling online and you never did, now might be the time to do that, right? There's a lot of businesses, especially in retail and restaurants right now, with some of the changes, are being hit really hard. And you have to get creative and think about what can you still do within the current parameters. Now, less people are going to be going out and about, so more people are going to be online, looking to search engines to find what they need on social media. There's going to be a lot more online communication. So if you haven't done that in the past, you need to make sure that you're present for those people when they're looking online for your products and services, and think about how you're going to deliver those in this case. In the instance of restaurants and retail, there's a lot of different ways it can be done, but you have to get creative. And unfortunately, when markets like this happen, and this is obviously a different situation than many, but it's very similar to when there was a drop in like the market, right? So there's often seasons of a business. You have spring and summer growing, and then fall and kind of winter. And this is maybe a short-term winter for a few months that we're going to have to kind of make it through. And unfortunately, some businesses just aren't going to make it through. I mean, it's unfortunately the fact of life, and their customers are going to need someone to serve their needs still. So while it's a horrible thing and it sucks, and I want to help every business and I don't want anyone to fail, it's a fact of life and it's going to happen. So for the businesses that prepare and take action now, they'll be able to serve those customers. And actually, this is something that I just want to share with you, because what happens is you have this market, right? You have this market, and what happens is during a time like this, the market might contract. So you might have this tiny percentage, right? You might have 1% of the market, and then it contracts, and you have 1% of a smaller market, right? And so there's going to be people who fall apart. But if you work hard, and it's rough because you're going to have to work hard for what feels like less for a period of a few months, but if you work hard, you might be able to expand that to 2% of that smaller market, right? What happens is the market's cyclical, and obviously we're going to get past this soon. And when we do, the market's going to expand back out. And so now you're maybe back here, even a slightly higher market. So you now have a larger percentage of a larger market. But it's only the people that kind of see that opportunity, don't let fear drive them. They take action now and really plan for it and prepare, that are going to see that happen. Now, I think it's really important. Like right now I'm scheduling all my time to make sure that I'm helping people out there. And, 99% of my focus is on our clients, but I also want to offer for non-clients. I'm scheduling a couple times a week to help people there as well that are being impacted, especially in the retail restaurant business, just to help brainstorm and think of creative solutions on how we can kind of address this and maybe see a different model, a different way of kind of doing things there to help them get through this. But it's really going to be about us all getting through it together. And I think now more than ever, it's a time to celebrate with every single client. When they come in, let them know, or when they buy online, share it on social media and email that these people are supporting you. Ask them to do the same. It's really an important time to activate your brand champions and say, hey, we appreciate your support so much. There's a lot of creative things you can do, and I'm going to share some of those in a blog, and so you'll see some of those. I think there's a lot of different creative ways that you can kind of go about this and think differently. But with that, I just want to say thank you. Let's all work together. We'll get through this, and I appreciate you. Have a great day.